Hey, thanks again for checking in. This is Ken. I'm a insurance risk advisor, and today I'll be taking a look at a very critical subject matter and a timely one for that matter. It's tax season. If you have not already filed your taxes, it's never too late. Please do it to make sure you send in taxes by April 15th, the deadline. And I just want to take a look at something that I think is really super important. If you're a seasoned investor or just getting started with, you know, any side gigs, anything that you do privately that would require you file what they call a Schedule C on your taxes. I want to look into something that I think is very important as per your deductibles, right? So things that would help to write off your taxes. So don't wait. If you have not taken advantage of them, it's not too late. For 2023 tax year, the deadline again is still April 15th for most of the benefit or program advantage programs I'm going to talk about today. Again, this is really just something that if you've not already filed, you certainly can still take advantage of it. So there are two things I would really capitalize on in this whole discussion. The first one is the independent retirement accounts, which you could either do the traditional or the Roth IRA, as it's abbreviated, right? So that is a great option that you can use to, cut down some of those tax numbers. And the second option is your health savings accounts. So if you have a health plan that has a high deductible, you will be eligible for health saving accounts most of the time. And those also give you contributions that you would make towards such accounts and can deduct it from your taxes. So the deadline to make that contribution for 2023 would be April 15th of 2024. So you still have enough time to catch up if you have not done so. So I'm going to put that into perspective or in context for you here, just so you can see for yourself how much you can write off on your taxes if you do take advantage of this very critical deductibles, right? If I would keep them in that context. So for 2023, the contribution that you can make towards individual retirement accounts, as they're called IRAs, it could be either traditional or Roth. You would have up to 6,500 as an individual under the age of 50. Now, if you're over 50, you could do up to 7,000, and I think some people get more than that if they get that what they call a catch-up contribution of 7,500. So again, it's 6,500 if you're under 50. Over 50, you could do up to 7,500 towards an IRA, independent or traditional. And then if you also do health savings account contributions, you could do another $3,000 on that one, which again, it's really, if you add that up, 3,650 to be very exact, that you can contribute as an individual, right? So calculate everything here. If you're a family, that can add up really quick, and you're looking at close to over $13,000 that you can write off on taxes. So yes, it's never too late, or it's not too late, and don't wait to use them. I would do my classic example, it always with some experience I recently had, which is from my own, within my own house. I was kind of going over this with my wife as we're trying to file taxes, and she was just not sure. It's something she's never really heard or thought about. But we had a recent last tax filing season. We had quite a bit of money paid out for taxes, or less money came into our returns. So this time around, I told her, I think we're just leaving money on the table, right? So we should probably look a little more deep into what we can do, certain things we can take advantage of and, cut down that tax bill. So I happen to be in the industry that I get to know these things, and I've exhausted them extensively this year. I used the full amount of my HSA, and I'm shooting also to use that full amount for the individual retirement accounts, the Roth, which are really great options. Now I know a lot of times you would think, well, if I put that money in there, I cannot access it any longer. Well, not really. I mean, the head savings account is really like saying you're putting money aside for your medical bills. So you really don't ever have to worry about medical bills when you do your head savings accounts. That's 3,900, which you can have right there on the side, 3,650 right per person. Obviously, if you add that as a family, that would add up to well over $7,000 that you have just on the side. If anything were to happen, you would have that taking care of you and your family. So yeah, it's not money locked up anywhere. If you do the Roth IRA, then you can actually use that money, any amount of it, as long as it's not the interest of it. You can withdraw from it and don't have to pay any late enrollment penalty, the early withdrawal penalty, which is 10% normally. But if it's invested, say in like an interest yielding account, because some brokerage do offer that, so whatever you put in there would also yield interest. If it's in that nature, then if you withdraw that money that the interest has generated, then you would pay the 10% withdrawal penalty before you turn 59 and a half. Otherwise, anything that you put in there, you can always withdraw it. So if you're looking to, put some money towards buying house, buying property, you certainly can do so. Up to $50,000, you can withdraw from your Roth IRA. So again, a great tool there for those who are looking for ways to, make that tax bill add up. I would say take advantage of it. It's really just worth keeping in mind that these are all tax advantages, so you should use them, wisely and make the most out of it. Really, that's all I would say. You don't want to be losing out on leaving money on the table, as I would like to say. Now, if you're interested in options on how you can use this, I would drop some things in my comments on this video. Take a look at those options, and much of them out there will get you even a starter. Most of the ones that I will put out there, so you can actually get some money starting off. But just keep in mind, you have till the 15th of the following year to file or to do those contributions, and they would still count towards your taxes for the previous year. So yeah, that's really bottom line on what I thought was worth going into the end of the taxes in here. So keep in mind, deadline tax filing is April 15th. Obviously, if you do request an extension, it's October 15th. But for the contributions, 15th of April is your deadline to make a contribution that would count towards last year's taxes. So please do well to use that to your advantage. It's never too late, and don't leave money on the table, right? Until next time, stay savvy and financially savvy, personally, I would like to say, and see you next time.